say all that again to the camera?
Still feels awkward.
Didn't finish the office yet. Next office, please.
Let's talk about the unfinished office.
It will be done by the time this is edited.
You know our lease is only 5 years.
7.
Is it 7?
Yep.
Yeah, oh good. So 6 more. Was a train of thought. I forgot. I need more coffee. We have 2 offices in here and each of them are like double occupants. So we had to have enough desk surface for 2 computers, enough storage for 2 people. So we did a combination of a tall storage, half of which is a coat closet, and half of which is just adjustable shelving to be able to fit sample books. Yes, this feels awkward. Actually, we have 3 offices, one of which was just developed to be an office for the videographer. The other 2 are double occupancy each. One is going to be mine and Sergio's, and the other one is going to be probably for the design department.
Just want to go through the stud. Okay. Starting to make it pretty. So, you see, you have the box, you see all the screws and the construction of it. Then you put a finishing panel. And this is what you're going to see from the outside of the box. So we always make our cabinet boxes. We have the rough cabinet box that's with construction and screw holes and whatever marking I have to do for the drawer fronts to line up everything with the drawers. And then you put the finishing panel over it, screwed from the inside, and this is the outside of the cabinet actually.
So everything that has to be mechanically fastened is going to be done from the inside of the box or from the back of the box. And then any screws are covered with the caps that match the exterior material. So even if you're going to notice the cap, at least it's the same color, same texture, same material as the rest of the exterior. So basically the way that our cabinetry and the way that high-end cabinetry should be developed is an interior box that then gets paneled on any exposed sides. So it ends up being a double panel, but one of my pet peeves is seeing the side of the door or the drawer front. I absolutely don't like that. The side panels have to extend past the box enough to cover the thickness of the door. That gives it a more high-end look. Hey Sergio, is it done yet?
A lot of cabinetry shops don't use this method because in theory right now you have doubled up the material. So you're wasting material. But I'll show you throughout the months to come what's the advantage of using an extra finish panel on the outside of the cabinet. It helps with the look, it makes it look a lot more elegant, and it makes the installation go a lot faster. So what would a traditional cabinet shop would do in this situation, they would use this material for the side of the cabinet. But then for me, there's multiple disadvantages to doing that. The material is the same finish on both sides, right? If I were to make the side of this cabinet in this material, it means that on the inside, when you open the cabinet, you're gonna see 3 sides plus the back in one color, in this case a light gray, and then this side, you're gonna see it in dark material. And I could ask, but why is the side of a cabinet a different color? Well, because I needed to see it on the outside. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. Have the inside consistent, same color throughout, and then the exterior finish on everything is a different color.
In mine and Sergio's office, we went with an extra large counter with some storage cabinetry for both sides. We have some like a back wall divided between a tall cabinet which acts half as a coat closet, half as just adjustable shelving storage for sample books, samples.
Traditional method would be to use this material for the side of the cabinet. So you would look inside of this cabinet and you would see the dark gray on this side, light gray on the other side. And there would be a reason for that, right? Because I want to see the dark gray on the outside. But in our case, everything that's interior is one color, everything that's exterior is a different color.
I prefer to leave minimum 3 feet for the seating area. So we were able to get away with about 5 feet, which gives ample room to sort of turn on a chair, on a desk chair. And I can't think of the English term for this ever. Offset. Thank you. Too many languages, too many voices in my head.
Imagine you were to have a painted finish on the exterior. The cabinet could be all installed and built without any painted parts on it. And then later on, or after all the boxes are installed, you come with the finishing and you apply them on the box. So there's multiple advantages to using this method. And then you're going to see once all the doors are in, you're never going to see the back of a hinged door. If you were not to have the panels the way we have them, you will see on the edge, the back edge of a door, or the hinge side of a door, you will see the actual body of the hinge through that 1/8 of an inch gap. But in our situation here, you're just going to see, be it drawer or hinged door, it's going to look the same. 1/8 of an inch spacing all around with no hardware visible. If you were to have the door cover the edge of the cabinet, you will see the gap on the outside. Because you need 1/8 of an inch. The door cannot be flush with the cabinet. It needs to stay 1/8 of an inch away from the cabinet box. So therefore, you will see a little gap on the side, and you will see the actual hinge. But with our method, you don't see any hinges. So we don't leave any screws exposed. On the outside, they're not visible at all. On the inside, wherever we have screws, we put caps.
I'm going to sit more to my left with storage on the right, and on the other side, it's just going to be the same, but it offsets our monitors so we can still see each other, have a conversation, so we're not directly face to face. When we have the monitors, it's going to be kind of hard to have a conversation. So that's why we extended it to the maximum. So the overall surface of the desk is almost 7 feet to be able to move the monitors away from each other.
And if you're going to look at the bottom where there's the baseboard, whatever you want to call it, the plastic trim that goes at the bottom of the wall, and how I had to cope the spacer that meets the wall on both sides to follow that shape. Part of the installation tricks. I could get away with not doing it and be like, who's going to see that? Or again, I'm not going to complain about my installation in my office. But if I know it could be done right, why not?